back to my channel. Today is part 3 of my Disney Plush collection up close. So let's get into it. The first one I want to show you is this guy right here. This is Genie from Aladdin, if you couldn't tell. And he is amazing. I love him so much. He's got beautiful silky puffy pants and cute little shoes. And he has his Disney Store patch. He is amazing. I love this character. I think Robin Williams did him very well, and he is one of my most beloved characters from Disney of all time, and I'm so happy that I have this plush. The next one I want to show you is Abu, and he is amazing. I love him so much. And he's got a precious face with big huge eyes, and I love his little hat and how big his ears are. And he also has his Disney Store patch right there. And his tail is amazing. It's very curly, and it's actually attached to his back. And he's got big giant hands and feet. The next one from Aladdin that I have is this toddler doll of Princess Jasmine. And I love this version of her. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she is a Disney Store outlet exclusive, and she's got a beautiful purple jewel right there on her headband, and I love her hair. It's so pretty. Her outfit is great too. The reason why I like this outlet store version of her, or outlet Disney Store version, over the animated series, is because she actually has pants on. You can see there her pants. And then she has this beautiful little glittery overlay over top of her pants as well. She's got beautiful blue shoes, and I love the little tip on them, just like the Genie shoes. She's one of my favorites of all of the toddler dolls that I have because she's quite different from the others. Next up, I want to show you the ones from the Jungle Book, and this is King Louie. He's got his Disney Store patch right there. And I like this version of him. I know there's several different ones of King Louie out there. And I love this one because of the way his fur is. It's very different from some of the others that I've seen of him. And he's got a great, huge monkey face. And I love his hair. It cracks me up. And see how different, like it's kind of going in different directions. So I really like that about him, and he's huge. I love how he has the fur on his elbows. And he also has Velcro on his hands so he can hang down from something. And then his feet are the same as his hands, except they don't have Velcro on them, of course. Now I want to show you my Shere Khan. He looks a lot like the character. I feel like he's very true to the animation. But he's got a great face with embroidered eyes. And there is his Disney Store patch. And he's in a laying down position, and his tail is ginormous. It is so long. The only thing is his neck is a little wobbly, but I kind of like that because the way his eyes are, he's kind of looking that way, and his head flops down to that side, so he's kind of like, it's cool when you display him on a shelf when you can put him looking at some of the other characters from the movie. So I like that actually about him, instead of him just sitting perfectly straight. Baloo is my favorite character from the movie. I just love him so much, and this is the version that I have, and he has a Disney Store patch too. Oh, there's a loose string actually, but it's kind of the different one that has the Mickey Mouse silhouette in the center of it. And I have 3 different Jungle Book plush that have that same style patch. I don't know exactly when they did this style of patch, but I think the 3 characters that I have that have this patch from the Jungle Book all came from the same set, from the same year. There's several different Disney Store patches out there. And he's got long claws. His claws are really long on his feet and his hands. And he also has 2 teeth in the bottom, on the bottom of his mouth, and then this large tuft of hair at the top, and that's his sweet little eyes. He's got a big brown nose. The next one from the Jungle Book is this guy right here. This is, of course, Bagheera, and he is also from the Disney store as well, and he has that patch too. It's the same as Baloo and some of the other Jungle Book characters that I have. You can see it really nicely on him with the dark color. I also have Kaa the snake from Jungle Book, and he is from the Disney store as well, and he's extremely long, and he coils up and sits nicely. You can kind of see it right there. And he has stripes, like pinstripes, all over him, and the lighter color, like on his underside, is kind of like a crushed velvet feel, and he's not very fuzzy or like the standard plush fabric that they usually use. On the top side of him, he has spots, like big brown spots, and he's very iridescent. One of the coolest features about him is that his eyes glow in the dark. There's his eyes. Okay, so I'm going to turn the lights off and see if I can get his eyes to glow in the dark for you, because it's really, really cool. Okay, there he is. In pitch black dark, you can kind of see his eyes glowing some. If I set him back a little bit, you can kind of see him. I walked by my plush room one day, and I seen his eyes glowing, and I was like, what is that? So it kind of freaked me out. I have little Mowgli, and he is very precious. He's from the Disney store, and he has an embroidered face, and he's got like a little thing that's like an alfalfa type sprig of hair on the top of his head, and his little red shorts. The only thing is where he's so tiny, his legs are kind of like, there's not a whole lot to him structure wise, so his legs are kind of wonky looking. So since I'm showing you guys my Jungle Book characters, I thought I would throw in the Furry Tail Friend versions of these. And this is Sweet Little Junior, the elephant. And he is from the Disney store, obviously. He's pretty new, and I think the Furry Tail Friends are still available from the Disney store. I think all the ones that you can get in the US, you can get in the UK, but all the ones that are in the UK, you cannot get in the US, which really, really stinks. Because I want some of the ones like Jacques and Peg from Lady and the Tramp. Those are not available in the US, and I have yet to figure out where people are getting Shere Khan from, because he is not available in the US, and I actually didn't see him on the UK, on the Shop Disney UK website either. So if anybody out there knows where you can get a hold of Shere Khan, please comment below and let me know. And I also have the little Furry Tail Friends of Baloo, and he's very sweet. I love his face and his big, huge brown nose. King Louie of the Furry Tail Friends. And the cool thing about him is his little side grin. I love that, because his smile does not go all the way across. It's just like a little smirk, like a smirky smile on the side of his face. And I just think that's adorable. The next ones I thought we would move on to is Song of the South. And this is my Briar Fox. And he is huge. He's so big. And he's actually not from the Disney store. He is from the Disney parks in the US. And he's quite old. And I'll try to show you his tag if I can. And the tag is also embroidered. And like I said, he is quite old. And I have trouble with his pants, and because he's kind of got like a big butt. I don't know if you can see how wide his rear end is, because he is made to sit down, I believe. So I have trouble keeping his pants the way they should be, to lay nicely. But yeah, so he has, hang on. He's got a green outfit on, just like in the movie, and his green felt vest, and just a regular long sleeve shirt, or I think it's long sleeve, and then the green pants, and then his ginormous feet. This guy's feet is huge, and his big, huge, fluffy tail, and he has an amazing hat, and he's got his little teeth sticking out of his mouth, and his eyes are plastic. They are not embroidered, and his crazy, messy looking hair. I love this movie, and I think it's very underrated, and I think it's made well, especially for the time period that it was made in. I think that some of the advances that were made, technological advances made in the movie, were amazing for the time period. The animation, the songs, the acting, I just think it's a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. I know it's really hard to get a hold of a copy of it because it is out of print, and I don't think it's streaming anywhere. But yeah, if you can watch it, you should. This is my Briar Bear, and Briar Bear is my favorite character from Song of the South. And actually, Splash Mountain is my favorite Disney ride. It makes you feel good and gets you in a feel-good kind of mood. And then, of course, the big, huge drop at the end. So, it's kind of like the best of both worlds when it comes to rides, in my opinion. He is from the parks just like the other Briar Fox, and he's got the same kind of tag on him. You can kind of see it. There we go. I really wish I knew what year these were from, and if you know or have some, let me know, because I know they're older, but I just don't know exactly how old, but I would love to know. His jacket is great, and it's like a really bright blue color, and of course the bright red hat. And he's got the same kind of crazy little wispy hair coming out of the top of the hat. And his eyes are plastic. And he's got a big black nose. I just think this character is so precious and so sweet. So I love him very much. So the next one I have from Song of the South is this guy right here. And of course, this is Briar Rabbit. He is like the most notorious character from the movie and from the ride. He's amazing. He's the older one as well. He has the same tag, and you can see it really good right there. He has like hard things on the bottoms of his feet, so you can kind of stand him up somewhat. But yeah, I don't know what that is. It's not really cardboard, and it's not actually wood, I don't think. I think it's more like a press board type thing in the bottom of his feet. And I just think that's a neat feature because his feet are quite large. He has a beautiful little bushy tail and his cute pink shirt with his blue jeans. And they're not actually denim. They're like a felt material. And his eyes and his nose is plastic. And he's got the little tuft of hair in between his ears. And his ears are kind of floppy. They move quite fluidly. Next, I thought I would show you my Muppets collection, and we'll start out with Kermit the Frog, and he is very sweet, and he is the just classic Kermit the Frog plush, and he is from the Disney store, and his fur is very soft, and it's not like a thick fur, it's very close to his body, but it is really, really soft. And, yeah, so this is little Kermit. Now I want to show you my Miss Piggy. This is the one that I have, and she is a Hasbro brand Miss Piggy, and she is from 1993. She's done really well. I love this version of her much better than the Disney Store one. I just was not very crazy about the Disney Store version of her that came out. I think they came out a few years ago. Maybe 2016, 2015, something like that. So I found her on eBay, and she is great. She is very true to character, in my opinion, as far as what I feel like Miss Piggy should look like. She's very 80s, and she's got the cute little hat with the flower on top, and the way her eyes are done, they're hard plastic, and I just feel like that she just looks more like Miss Piggy with this version. And she's got pantyhose on that are like flower lace pantyhose or stockings, and cute little pink shoes, and the matching gloves on her hands. And the dress print, I was trying to figure out what this actually is, but it kind of reminds me of pumpkins, maybe some type of fruit or candy, but to me they look like pumpkins. But the dress is very 80s too, in my opinion, with the puff sleeve. And then another Muppet that I have that is not Disney Store is my Fozzie the bear. And he is Disney. His tag does say Disney on it, but it doesn't say Disney Store. And I think he just came from a department store or a regular toy store, like Toys R Us maybe. I'm not really sure, but I bought him at a yard sale. And I didn't pay very much for him either. I think I only paid maybe a quarter or 50 cents. And he's very true to character. He's done really well, and he looks very similar, I feel like, to the Disney Store version. And the only reason why I didn't get the Disney Store version of him is because I already had this guy. And he's very, very squishy, and he's not filled very much at all. He's got some beanies in his butt, but he's not filled like that much at all as far as the fluff in him. I just like that about him. I think he's cute. And his eyes are not plastic, and they're not embroidered. They're kind of like a fabric eye, and they're painted. So, and he's of course got his cute little fuzzy pink nose, and then his signature bow with the ribbon or scarf. And now I want to show you Animal, and he is from the Disney Store. He's got his Disney Store patch on his foot, and he's great. I love Animal so much. And he's got his like the shackle things on his wrist, and he's got one around his neck as well. I got him on eBay. He was used, and he's kind of I don't know, he's very Animal, and I like that about him. I like that he's not pristine or brand new, because Animals like that in real life or in the movies. He's, you know, he's not kept very well. He doesn't really comb his hair, or, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, that's him. This guy right here is my favorite all-time character from the Muppets. Of course, it's Gonzo, and he is amazing. I know I say that a lot about a lot of my plush, but he is truly amazing. I love this character. I think he's hilarious and funny looking, and he doesn't look like any type of animal, or like he's not a pig, he's not a frog, he's not a dog, you know, that kind of thing. He's just great. He's one of a kind, and I like him a lot. And his fur is not very soft or fuzzy or fluffy or anything like that. You can kind of see that it's, I really don't know how to describe his fur. And I love his Argyle sweater. His outfit is so cute. Because he's so weird looking and a weird character, and I think it's very ironic and funny that they have him dressed like this. Then he dresses like a normal person, but yet he's not normal. And I just think that's so funny. But his pants are gray, like corduroy, and his shoes are kind of like the Saddle Oxford shoes, and he's got his Disney Store patch. And yeah, I love him so much. And this is my Beaker. And Beaker is one of those characters that you just have to love. You have to laugh at him. The way he talks is so great. I love this character as well. And the cool thing about him is his mouth, when you open it up, like he's got his tongue and like the back of his throat, and you would never even notice or know it otherwise unless you open his mouth up. And I just think that's a cute detail that they added that was really nice. He's got his patch on his foot too. And the only thing about him is that he is missing his lab coat. And I really hate that so much, and I didn't really know it or notice it at all when I purchased him on eBay. I just seen him, and I knew that he was the real deal, and he had pictures of his patch, and he was extremely cheap. And I jumped on him because I didn't want to miss out on such a good deal. And then later, I come across some more that I had looked at on eBay and realized that this one that I have does not have his lab coat. But that's okay. I mean, I kind of like in a way, or don't mind in a way, when some of my plush are imperfect or are missing something. It makes them more special because they are imperfect, and nobody, especially collectors, they don't want the ones that have something wrong with them. So they're kind of like neglected or discarded, and sometimes you can get the legitimate, you know, characters in Disney Store plush for really good deals when there is something imperfect about them. So I end up spending less money that way as well. But it's kind of like a whole Toy Story thing. I feel bad for them. So it makes me love them even more, if that makes any sense. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is Rizzo the rat. And he is Gonzo's little buddy. That they're kind of like partners in crime in some of the Muppet movies. And he's great. He's done really well. He has his name embroidered on the back of his jacket, and he's got the little backwards cap. His whiskers are actually like kind of posable almost in a way. They kind of bend, and you can move them back and forth somewhat. And I love his teeth. He's very, you know, he's a rat, so he's got a great face. He has his Disney Store patch, and he's got a great rat tail, and he's in a natural sitting position. Some of the ones that I've come across on eBay were, I didn't buy him in store. I bought him on eBay, and some of the ones that I've come across on eBay were quite expensive, and I think he's one of the ones that don't come up that often. And but he was, you know, of course, on my bucket list of ones that I wanted to eventually get. And then one day I was just, you know, scrolling through, and I found him for a very, very good deal. I think I only paid maybe $8 for him. And I mean, that's less than what he cost as if you had bought him brand new from the Disney Store. So I snagged him up, and he's perfect condition. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him whatsoever. And he's got like a sewn in white shirt underneath his jacket, embroidered buttons on his jacket, and like I said, the back of his jacket says his name, Rizzo. And it's just a well-made plush and in great condition, and I cannot believe that I found him for such a good deal. Rolf the dog. And he was one of my favorites growing up, especially with the Muppet Babies. And when they did the Muppet Babies plush, or re-released the Muppet Babies plush for the new version of the Muppet Babies cartoon, I was very surprised that they did not do a Rolf. And I haven't actually seen the new Muppet Babies cartoon, so I don't really know if he is in the show at all whatsoever. If he's not, it's such a shame, because I love him so much in the Muppet Babies, like the original Muppet Babies from the 80s. And he's one of the plush that I had wanted from the very beginning as far as collecting plush. There's his patch on his foot like all the others, and he's great. His nose was kind of a nice surprise for me when I bought him. It's like a pleather or a fake leather. It's very shiny, and I just thought that was a pleasant surprise for when I bought him and when I got him in the mail. I love the fabric that he's made out of. It's very soft and you know, like just I don't know how to describe it, but I'm kind of running out of words to describe these guys because they are so nice. And he's got the floppy dog ears, and he's really cute, and I love him so much. But yeah, that's my Rolf. The next ones I want to show you is my Muppets from the new version of the Muppet Babies cartoon. And these were just recently re-released, and as far as I know, they still have them in store and on Shop Disney. This is my little baby Kermit, and there's the newer Disney Store tag, Tush tag. These guys, like, their heads are so humongous compared to the rest of their body, and I just think that's so cute and so precious. And he has an embroidered alligator, or actually, you know what, now that I look at it, it's actually a frog. It's an embroidered frog on his shirt. The way his collar is, I don't know if anybody else's Kermit does this, but the way the shirt is, it just kind of naturally lays down like that, far over. I mean, I can put his collar up like 80s style like that, but to me that looks weird. So I just kind of leave it how it is. This girl right here is amazing. This is the baby's version of Miss Piggy, and this pink bow on top of her head is so freaking shiny, and it matches her shoes. Her shoes are very shiny as well. It's like the same fabric. The girl is styling with the matching pink bow and the matching, like, her bow and her shoes match. Her eyes are huge, and her head is huge as well. Like, this girl's head is ginormous compared to her body. Her dress is kind of like a velvety felt type material, and then it's got the little scalloped trim around the bottom, and her gloves, the top of her gloves, have the scallop trim as well. And then this is the baby's version of Fozzie, and he is so cute. I love the little helicopter thing on the top of his hat. So cute. I remember, like, the original Muppet Babies cartoon, I think he wore a hat like this. I'm almost certain he did. It's been a while since I've seen it. And he's got the red shorts that are like the corduroy, and then his signature bow. Has like a yellow shirt underneath, and he's very fuzzy and soft and squishy. And then the next one I want to show you is the baby's version of Animal. He's like styling in his it's like a camouflage type shirt, and he has like the little cuff things on his wrist. This one is kind of like a yellowy type color, and then this one is blue. So I think that's cute that they made them two different colors. And the back of his shirt has a hood on it, so it's actually like a hoodie. And then his pants, they made them look like they were ripped or have holes on the knees. And his legs are showing through, but it's actually part of the pants. It's like a patch that they embroidered on the pants, like the outside. But I think it's made to look like his pants are ripped, and that's his legs showing through. His feet are huge, which I thought was kind of funny on him, that his feet are that big. So like all the others, the heads are like super huge compared to their bodies, and his is kind of proportioned, like it doesn't look like, it's not that obvious that his head is so much bigger than his body because they made his feet so big. This is my baby's Muppet of Gonzo, and he's my favorite, of course, my favorite Muppet, but also my favorite Muppet Babies character in the plush version because of his outfit and just the way he is. He's got such a sweet face. His face is so precious and so sweet, and I love the little thing on top of his head. Instead of doing like the hairs like that, they did like just a little felt thing on the top of his head, and I just think that's so sweet. And the red overalls with the little embroidery, and his shirt, This is so funny. His shirt actually has hot peppers printed on the shirt. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I just think it's funny. He's got the little embroidered pockets and design on the back of his overalls. And then his shoes are like the cutest little tennis shoes ever. Like, if I had a kid, I would probably dress him like this. I just think it's so cute. He actually has like hard, I think it's cardboard on the bottom of his feet. And I think that's just for, you know, to make his shoes look more flat on the bottom. He is very squishy. And, of course, I love that about when plush are not very hard on the inside. Like, you can squish them and squeeze them and hug them. That's my baby Gonzo. Okay guys, so that is all for this series, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know which plush is your favorite, or if you have any of these guys. Yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Part 4 is coming up very soon, so make sure you watch it. Thanks, bye!